The moment in time you find yourself at this crossroads right at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Piscelini, you need to understand one thing, that at that very moment in time, you are about to walk through the sacred door. Okay, what does that mean? It means that you are going to be divinely guided as long as you follow your intuition, as long as you take your intuition very, very seriously, my gorgeous Piscelini. Now is the time. You really need to understand this. So the moment in time you find yourself at this crossroads, right at the beginning of this week, at that very moment in time, you are gonna walk through the sacred door. And that means that as long as you follow your intuition, okay, it's not only that you're gonna do the right thing, but you are going to be divinely guided. You're gonna be divinely supported. So you really need to follow your intuition here, no matter what. No matter what you're thinking about, no matter what's ahead of you, no matter how challenging you may find this, you need to follow your intuition, because only a couple of days after that moment in time, only couple of days after that moment in time, all I can say is that you are going to have a really, really lovely surprise, my gorgeous Piscelini. You are going to have a nice surprise, and that surprise is going to come in a form of you becoming aware of this news, this information, which is going to confirm to you that you have chosen the right path, that you did the right thing. So indeed, you are only 2 days later, after you walk through these sacred doors, my gorgeous Piscelini, only 2 days later, the bottom line here is that you are already going to find this so rewarding, whatever you decided to do when you found yourself at this crossroads. So this is why this is going to be so important. After that moment in time, you will be able to relax a little bit on one hand, but especially when it comes to something that you've been worrying about, when it comes to finances and when it comes to your financial situation. By choosing this path, you're also protecting yourself, you're protecting your energy, but you're also doing something rather remarkable when it comes to your financial situation in general. About a few months down the line, this is really going to pay off for you financially, and you are going to be able to buy something for yourself. You're going to be able to financially reward yourself, and you are going to be very, very happy even more by then. So this in itself is going to be very, very like kind of important for you to understand, okay? And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, at around the beginning of this week, you are gonna literally, you know what, you're gonna be so happy. Nothing to do with this, what I've just said so far, but this is still gonna be at the beginning of this week, because, you will have a reason to like kind of party. You will have a reason to celebrate how happy and how excited you're actually going to be, because it's to do with this problem which you've had for a while. It's to do with this problem, it's to do with this issue, which is like a really kind of going to not necessarily come to an end, but you will know what to do with it for the first time in your life. And somebody who is very close to you, it's like your friend or a family member, it's literally going to suggest to you what to do. And then first of all, you're going to find this ridiculous what they're going to suggest to you. But then later on, the more you think about it, the more it's going to make sense to you, and you will realize if you do what that person suggested to you to do, there is nothing to lose, only to gain. And this is why you are going to realize you're going to need a little bit of time to kind of think about what this person or friend of yours or a family member suggested, but you will see that this in itself is going to make sense to you, very, very soon. And so you are going to come up with some kind of conclusion here, but that particular conclusion, it's gonna be consisting of you compromising something, but you're not gonna mind what you're gonna compromise here, because why you're gonna compromise, you're gonna realize that the reason why you don't care so much is because karmically it's to do with something, it's to do with the stage of your life that has come to an end like a while ago. So this is why this is going to be so important. You're going to be very happy, and that in itself, it's also going to leave you now with a really important choice. And that particular choice now that you are going to have out of this situation is a lot to do with you making a really smart move, a really smart decision when it comes to you expanding your horizons, expanding your horizons. And at the same time, you are going to set the boundaries, my gorgeous Piscelini. You're going to set the boundaries as long as you do this, like as soon as you possibly can. This is not something I would suggest you to wait with. You know what I mean? This is not something that, you should start planning now or something like that. This is something that you need to take really, really seriously, and you need to make this as a priority number one right now. You have no idea how important this is actually going to be. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, still at around the beginning of this week, there is going to be one completely unexpected situation which is going to take place. Something is going to happen in such a strange way, because you are maybe going to have a phone call or a news to go somewhere, and you're going to feel like, oh my God, I need to go somewhere urgently to sort something out. I need to go somewhere urgently to sort something out. And once you get to this destination, my gorgeous Piscelini, yes, you are going to sort some kind of a problem out, some kind of a issue out. Yes, that's fine. But it's more about which idea you're also going to have. There is something that you're going to pick up on, some kind of idea you're going to feel so passionate about. And it's to do with your lifestyle. And for the first time in your life, you will be able to recognize this about yourself. You're feeling such a powerful connection towards something really specific you want to do, you want to try, you want to explore, but it's a lot to do with your lifestyle, okay, and making a certain choice. And I would definitely like 100% confirm this to you, that this will be so important for you. There is a reason why you suddenly feel so excited. There is a reason why we feel passionate about certain things, because it's to do with like things that we should be doing, my gorgeous Piscelini, things that we should recognize that are meant to be part of our path. It's going to come through our own passion, of course. So this is something that you should not kind of avoid whatsoever, okay? Sorry. By the time you get to the second part of this week, my gorgeous Piscelini, you are basically, wow, this is going to be so unusual what is actually going to happen. And I really kind of need to say that you're going to feel like you want to chill out a little bit. You're going to feel like you want to have a little bit of a rest at around the midweek, maybe, it really depends how this is going to be for you. To some people just want to be by themselves and chill out a little bit. Some people feel like they want to lie down and sleep. Some people feel like people want to maybe pray or meditate or having some kind of a mantra or something like that. Or some people think like they should go to visit the forest. Because at the time when people feel like they want to be by themselves, lots of people feel this really powerful connection when it comes to the actual nature, for example. And especially when it comes to you, this is something that would not surprise me, because you're very spiritual. But however it happens, my gorgeous Piscelini, you're gonna feel like you want to be by yourself a little bit. You want to be by yourself a little bit, and that you want to have like a little rest. And I really highly I kind of suggest this to you, because at the same time, when you have this rest, There is some kind of an insight, some kind of realization which is going to come to you. And this is going to be the direct result of you having that little rest. This rest could be like about half an hour, it could be 1 hour, it could be whole day, it could be a couple of days. It really depends how long do you actually need. But this realization, it's going to come straight away after that moment in time. And this realization, it's like basically going to come in a form of like, you will remember how somebody made a huge impact on your life. There is a one specific person who made a really powerful influence on your life. And you will remember that person suddenly, and you are also going to realize, you're going to be thinking about this current obstacle that you are kind of facing. And now suddenly through that person, you're going to understand exactly what to do. Okay, and this is going to be more important insight than you can possibly imagine, because at the same time, something really powerful is going to be unlocked within, which is going to lead towards you, my gorgeous Pisces, having this very, very strange moment as well, where part of that insight, it's also going to be where you are suddenly like, I know this is going to sound strange, and I know that this is going to sound unusual, but you're suddenly going to remember one of your past lives, my gorgeous Pisces. And when it comes to you suddenly remembering one of your past lives, this is going to be such a magical moment, because it's going to be like a lot of little deja vu moments, lots of little like seen before moments, lots of little moments where you know that you tap into something before. You will kind of remember the certain experience you've been through, but you can't place yourself like which time it was exactly, which people were around you exactly, what was happening around you exactly. But that they're like a parts that you will be able to remember. And this is going to be really weird. And to some of you, this is going to be obvious immediately, but some of you are going to need a little time in order to reflect and in order to understand and realize where this is coming from. And most importantly, what this means, my gorgeous Pisces. So something is going to happen, and you're going to remember one of your past lives in such a way where it's going to be highlighted somehow, the power of self-care. And also you will realize the power of self-care. You will have an additional message of what do you need to do, what is not good for you, what is affecting you mentally and spiritually, what is not good for you, what is draining your energy. This is what suddenly you're going to realize, and it's going to surprise you. Okay, and you're also going to realize like this through your past life, literally it's very strange the way this is going to happen, trust me. And to every single one of you, it's going to happen in a different way, if you know what I mean. And you're also going to realize somehow through your past life, my gorgeous Pisces, that what do you need to do in order to liberate yourself, in order to gain respect on another hand, but then on another hand, what to do mostly to gain some kind of a freedom in your life. This is more important than you can possibly imagine, and lots of people can tell me now, oh, but I am free. I am free. Now you will see exactly what I mean, because this is to do with the specific cycle of your life, like coming to an end. But you need a bit of a waking up when it comes to it. And the sooner you wake up, the sooner you're gonna realize this through this particular clarity. So you will be able to be one step ahead. And to be one step ahead when it comes to like such a complex situation in our lives, it's like a God's gift. It's like a blessing, okay? Because it allows you to plan, and it allows you to prepare, and it allows you to heal yourself as well. And the actual healing process is very important when it comes to like such a powerful stage of our life, for example, because we have more energy and we see things crystal clear, and we protect ourselves, we protect our energy, we protect our vibration, we recenter ourselves, we ground ourselves. This is going to be very, very important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Pisces, at around the midweek, what else I was going to say, ooh la la, at around the midweek, you are going to have like an achievement. This is going to be not like a massive achievement. This is not going to be like a huge achievement. This is not going to be like, oh my God. But this is going to mean to you quite a lot, because it's to do with something that you've started, well, not that long ago. It's to do with something that you've started not that long ago. This is quite new. This is quite new. At the same time, you are proving a certain point to yourself, and you are going to be able to prove a certain point to somebody else as well. There was a certain person who maybe ridiculed you. Maybe there was a certain person that has found this ridiculous, maybe, and because I do know, as soon as you become aware of this achievement, you're going to be happy, you're going to be excited. This is going to mean a lot to you, and it's the most important thing here is your point is going to be proven to yourself. But then you are gonna find this delicious, in such a way when it comes to you wanting to explain to this other person, for example, that, oh my God, this worked. Oh my God, this worked. This is brilliant. I'm so excited. So it's to do this achievement which you're gonna have. It's to do with something which you've started not that long ago and you weren't too sure. And now, this in itself, it's more about this powerful sense of direction here. You are gonna feel really pleased with yourself, and there is some kind of a skill that is gonna be highlighted here. Okay, there is some kind of a skill of yours which is going to be highlighted. This is the skill that you need to use when it comes to making an important decision, because this right now, it's going to be playing an important role when it comes to you having a promotion of your own life. But it's not going to seem as such, to start with. But it is to do with you feeling so excited about this a little achievement. You know that there is so much more to it. So when it comes to this small achievement, you just need to kind of step back, reflect a little bit, and see what the next step it can be. Where else this can lead to. And now you're going to realize that you're going to need to do something which you, sorry, which you've never done before. You're going to need to deal with something which you've never dealt before. So it's a lot to do. So that's the next step after this. You need to learn something. You need to explore something. You need to find out a little bit more about something. But you are going to be aware of this. So this is all part of this decision which you are going to make. Okay. And it is kind of going to be a lot to kind of find out. On one hand, it's you are preparing yourself for this, but then on another hand, as I said, that there is a lot that you're going to need to kind of find out in terms of exploration and in terms of like kind of exploring and learning. And I don't want this to put you off whatsoever, because this is like the part of all this. And sometimes we just need to kind of, go for things, even if things feel completely uncertain. You know what one of my best sayings is, my gorgeous Pisces? Okay, just remember this. If you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim, baby. And now it's time to swim. And on top of that, of course you know how to swim because you're a little Pisces. Of course you know how to swim. This comes to you naturally. So this in itself, to me, means that this is something that you need to give lots of attention to. You have no idea how much it's actually going to come out of it. This little achievement, it's going to turn into something enormous, but you need to understand that you need to give it a time. You're right at the beginning of something very, very special, and this thing is going to start the process of your life, like changing, like in a really rapid way. So I don't want this to put you off whatsoever. If you think it's like, oh my God, it's too much to do, or it's like going to take too long, or it's a bit of a hard work, no, baby, no. This is very important for you to understand. And because at the end of the day, this is gonna, lead towards this risk, which you are going to realize there is going to be some kind of a risk which is going to come with this. But sometimes, my darling, a risk is a part of life. Taking a risk is a part of life, I'm afraid. and sometimes it's like give it your all or give nothing. Do you know what I mean? You get a lot or you get nothing, but sometimes taking a risk is just such an important part of our lives. And even I know, but even if we do the wrong thing, at least you try. At least we've tried. At least we've tried, even if we do the wrong thing. If we didn't do anything, nothing would come out of it. So, you know what I mean? I know that this is going to lead towards you understanding clearly that you're going to need to take some kind of a risk. And then this is going to almost kind of put you off as well when it comes to all this. And then you're going to have an additional, like, kind of little hermit mode. And then you're going to realize, how much you want to change your life. You're going to realize how long have you been unhappy with a certain things, and you're going to be thinking, am I on the right path or I'm not on the right path? There is a lot going to be on your mind. But this hermit mode is ever so needed when it comes to you also kind of reconnecting with yourself. God. When it comes to you reconnecting with yourself, my gorgeous Piscelini, and you are going to have this enlightening moment, and this moment of enlightenment where you are going to see things in a different light, especially when it comes to like you gathering most strengths here. And I know what is going to keep you going when it comes to all this need to move on with your life, this need to kind of live a much kind of different life. And I'm not saying that something is wrong with your life, please don't get me wrong, but this is the stage that you're going to find yourself at. This all it's going to bring you like a remarkable accomplishment. You've got nothing to worry about, my gorgeous Piscelini, because this is going to be very, very successful for you indeed. And the last part of this week, my gorgeous Piscelini, okay, the last part of this week, it's going to be even more unusual. I actually really like this week. I really like this week. Anything that's unusual, I love. Anything that's unusual, like I'm at home, baby. Hello, darling, unusual. Hello, Mr. Unusual. Hello, Mrs. Unusual. Hello. I'm joking. Now, listen. My gorgeous Piscelini, the last part of this week, the moment in time, the moment in time this animal crosses your path. There is an animal who is going to cross your path. This animal is going to be like your little spirit guide. Okay, your little spirit guide is going to come in the form of an animal, and this animal is going to cross your path. You need to understand how important this is going to be. Okay, because there is no way that you're not going to notice this, my gorgeous Piscelini. Okay, so the moment in time this maybe unusual animal crosses your path at around the end of this week, you need to understand that you are, after that moment in time, you are going to find out something really, really important. You're going to find out some kind of a truth, my gorgeous Piscelini. Okay, and this is going to be a clear sign and indication what your spirit guide in the form of this animal is going to like guide you with, what your spirit guide is going to try to make you aware, what your spirit guide is going to try to let you know, my gorgeous Piscelini, at around the end of this week. As soon as this animal crosses your path, very soon after that moment in time, you are going to find out some kind of a truth here. You are going to find out some kind of a truth, my gorgeous Piscelini, truth. Okay, and this in itself, what you're going to find out, it's going to mean to you so much. All I can say is that you're going to find out something kind of a little bit crazy, something a little bit shocking, something so, oh my God, on a completely different level of being not only unusual, but completely unexpected whatsoever. But what you're going to find out is to do with the truth. It's to do with the truth. You're going to find out the truth, my gorgeous Piscelini, and you will know which truth this is. This is going to shock you, but it's going to be so important for you because it is going to immediately start this process of healing. Why? Because this truth, yes, it is going to shock you, but it's going to leave you with absolutely no choice but to start some kind of a venture almost immediately. And this venture which you're going to start is, my gorgeous Pisces, your truth. This venture that you are going to start, like, oh my God, is just something that has been on your mind for a while, something that you've been thinking about for the last 2 weeks quite a lot. But you need to understand that this venture is your truth. The beginning of this venture is also going to be the beginning of such a beautiful adventure. You see, where within the next 11 days, you are going to find out how many possibilities you actually had all this time around you, but you were just too busy, or maybe you were giving your attention to the wrong things, or to the things that you shouldn't have given, because to the things that didn't, maybe you were giving your attention to things that didn't make you happy, and things like that, so this in itself, it's going to be an absolutely remarkable moment. The next 11 days are going to be like an adventure, as I said, and you are going to find so many possibilities which are going to come out of this adventure already within 11 days. This time of your life, it's going to be remarkable, because all I can say is none of this was actually expected. Yes, you were thinking about this venture, but you did not even dream of the fact that something like this could actually take place in your life so soon and so unexpected. Oh my God. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.